Hello everyone, this is my first video journal, and in this video I'm going to talk about my personal experience of what we have seen in the oral English classes. Talking about the topics that at first I thought that they would be something temporary in terms of criticizing them or thinking about them, as if the topic would last only a one class. That's what I mean when I say temporary. However, they turned out important matters that we should reflect on. So, the first topic was the name, and one of the first activities was talked about the general meaning of names by giving words in order to find the sense of having a name. So it seems to me that that searching and discussing these words were one of the fundamental activities that would allow us to carry out the next activities or the next lesson related to the name. You know, basically we were discussing the essence of what having a name implies. So in this way, different thoughts came out to my classmates' mind and my own as well, and therefore the insights of what a name is in a certain way were divided. Well, some of my classmates thought that the name was relevant, and some of them, like me, considered the idea that the name meant nothing more than a label. Why am I saying this? Well, if you try to put the concept of name in our world, you will realize that you do not really need a name. You have to use it because the world demands you to have one. Besides, as human beings, we all have attributes, personalities, and different kinds of perceptions about ourselves. And all of these concepts involve the self-identity, which is not, absolutely not, defined by a name, but the way that you look at yourself and the world view that you have, which is very important. Another topic that we have seen it is the body, and in the last class we analyzed the text of the body, feminism and postmodernism, and I strongly believe that this text has helped me to improve my vocabulary because it offered me a lot of new and different perspectives on what feminism in postmodern times is. So, for example, I discovered that there are different kinds of feminism, like the cultural radical one, which describes women in a privileged state over the men. So it's kind of shocking. The text had also a high level of vocabulary as well, so it was useful to pick up a lot of new concepts and also how to build an opinion with them in relation to this topic. On the other hand, I am convinced that these topics are meaningful in order to shape our ways of teaching, because we are going to be teachers, and so we should know what these concepts mean, not because of a grade or a mark, but we have to learn them for the reason that we're going to be exposed to a lot of different thoughts. We're going to be exposed to various points of view and different contexts as well. And last but not least, we are going to coexist with them, like living with others people's thought a couple of hours a day. So finally, we have to consider the constructive criticism, because as a society we cannot judge people in a negative or in a derogatory way. If we want to grow as a community wherever we live, we have to be respectful and empathetic with others. And when I say others, I mean others' bodies and personalities. So it would be something tremendous if we, as a humankind, embed constructive criticism on a daily basis.